One of the most requested games for review in 2022 for us was Subnautica Below Zero, and yes guys, you wanted it, so here it is. Well, before we dive deep into the world of underworld survival game, of Subnautica or from unknown worlds, we would like to ask you, if you're not subscriber to our channel still for some reason, please do that. Share this video with your friends who are really not sure if Subnautica is the perfect game for you. Postscriptum, we will answer this question in the end of the video. If you're a subscriber already, so press the like, you know how we do it. And comment in the next video what should we do next, because 2023 will be the great year for every gamer. Well, we already know that. So let's dive deep into the world of Unknown from Subnautica. So Subnautica Below Zero, for those ones who don't know what it is survival adventure game set in an alien ocean world. The game was developed and published by Unknown Worlds Entertainment and was released in 2021. It's a sequel to original Subnautica games that was released in 2018. Subnautica Below Zero players explore the frigid waters of an alien planet, collecting resources and crafting items to survive. The game features the variety of unique biomes, creatures, and gameplay mechanics that has received general positive reviews from the critics and player in the last year. It's the sea that gives Below the Zero the standard charm. Exploration is usually only a matter of gathering substances and resources, and perhaps some of weapons before setting out. Because there are two separate keys to resources in Below Zero, air underwater and temperature above water. Each foray to the unknown that comes emphasized point to the return. The timer adds the thrilling that the survival games often don't manage. No matter how much food or water the player packs, there are limits to the air supply, increases which are cleverly guarded behind the sublating objects deep in these unstable biomes. The best laid plans can be undone by the wiles of the forgiven ocean, leaving the player's terrifying realization in there is no way that can make it back to surface in time. It is thrilling as some of the best horror games, the scariest than all of others. Subnautica Below Zero doesn't try overly hard to break the mold. This is perhaps the product of Below Zero's shifts from DLC to standalone game. The environment first of all contains much more landmass than the first game, the snowy island and the flows to do the important things. First, overland exploration, hindered by the temperature gauge that acts as the breeze of land. It is an interesting undersea exploration. Beyond that, exploration remains interesting as Below Zero constantly forces the players to explore deeper and scarier biomes. There isn't really combat system in Subnautica, while the survival knife might have some things away, that keen observation and knowing when to run or better tools. There's a lot of players that can do Levitanus, for example. Because of that lack of combat emphasis, the horrors that lurk in the depths of biomes are consistently terrifying. The sound design goes a long way to help the horror feels real. The sound of the ocean and menacing will help the players darting around for the sources. Subnautica is a survival adventure game that's set in this kind of space. It really creates this kind of world that gives you the feeling that you're not alone every time you're stepping down in the water. Deep, deep water. As the player progresses through the game, there are constantly encourages to improve the survival skills in order to uncover the truth about what happened to mysterious planet. The game features a rich world of beautiful and dangerous aquatic flora and fauna, as well as numerous pieces of dialogue and interactions with NPC that help players piece together what's really going on and how the previous lives were living here. Below the Zero is a well-balanced game that allows the players to explore the deep ocean, scavenge for the rare materials, and avoid the bloodthirsty predators. Unknown World definitely upped the visuals of the game, for example, also, by a significant amount. When you first look at the cold, drab, harsh points and the glacier, it's experiencing the deep covers by illuminating light that can tell you that the art of the time is really amazing here. By the time you first reach your deepest down of the underground of water, you feel like, well, there is something more. I'm going to be honest with the final push of the game. You really feel like there is not much that would improve this game more from what it is now. You feel like everything here feels like it is great. Yes, it has not been a huge step ever from the original game, but overall it feels like the game is really well. In effort to speed up the game, for example, I forced myself to feature all the headbutt from away if you play the original Subnautica, like never before. The crafting systems remain largely the same, as the game with all the ingredients being really at the places where you expect them to survive. In the first minutes of the game, Subnautica Below Zero is the perfect game for those who are planning to dive down in the water. For the first time, very early you get the tool that will help you to signify all of the items. Customization of the sea base is still remaining large as the same, but it's with the more customization options from before. You can build workshop, outposts to stash exactly what materials you need. A primary base for the operations, a farm living quarters of which will really give you a lot more options. The sky is pretty much the limit, where you can build underwater or on land. The game features really stunning visuals on deep and engaging story that about the civilization of aliens that was from the previous game. Most newcomers and the fans of the original game will find a lot in this sequel, and will really allow the open world experience that is never before seen in video games, because it's a very unique one. To summarize, is Subnautica Below Zero great game? Well, yes it is. It is one of the actually most interesting and most unique survival games that you can find on the market. You have tons of survival games that give you a lot of kind of same opportunities. You have everything here, starting from the factors that give you feeling, oh, I should feel really scary in these points, and oh, I should do this and these things in order to survive. There is a lot in this game, and there is something that you can play while learning, and